Hi, I'm Dr. Jackson Crawford. I'm an Old Norse specialist currently teaching at the University of Colorado Boulder. The two Younger Futhark runes, reið and ir, both represented R in Old Norse, but had different origins and they were not used interchangeably. Basically, if you have an R that is not the last or second to last letter in a word, you can rest assured that you would write that letter with the rune reið, the R that looks like an R in the Roman alphabet. That's because the rune ir represents a R that is from a Z in Proto-Germanic. That Z became R in Old Norse, even though the two continue to be written differently. The Z that became R, that is represented by the rune ir, only occurred in endings in Proto-Germanic and in Old Norse. So for instance, in plural endings like ar, ir, ur in Old Norse, so for instance, hestar, horses, vinir, friends, or sogur, sagas, there you're going to use the rune ir. You can also find r that is represented by ir in possessive endings like henar, her, or thera, there, or occasionally in comparative endings like mera, more, or flera, more in number. But outside of that, for the most part, R is going to be represented by the rune reið. Certainly, any time that there is an R in Old Norse and it's also an R in English, it's going to be written by reið. So for instance, even in an ending like sumar, since that's English summer with an R, you know that's going to be the rune reið, the one that looks like R. Or thor, which is cognate with English thunder, that R is going to be written with the rune reið. Also, any time that the R is at the beginning of a word or in the middle of the word, not the second to last or last letter, it's going to be reið. So for instance, in something like frå, from, or indeed the word reið, which means ride, that's written with the rune reið. So the two runes are not interchangeable, and by the year 1000, the fact that there were two runes for writing R was sort of discontinued, and the rune ir went on to be used for the vowel Y, which was pronounced y in Old Norse. As usual, I've used Old Norse pronunciation rather than modern Icelandic pronunciation in this video. I have a playlist about that you can check out in the top right of the screen. I hope this has been somewhat useful, and from beautiful Colorado, I'm wishing you all the best.